They're looking for leaders to walk the walk. They're looking for a law firm that supports well-being and wellness and mental health. All these young people, all of them, given the choice between great law firm A and great law firm B, everything else being equal, they will pick the one that promotes and supports good mental health.
Welcome to our Happy Rainmaker series where point one can make a difference. Today, I'm joined by Dan Lukasik, who is the current Judicial Wellness Coordinator for the New York State Office of Court Administration. Thank you so much for joining me, Dan.
Thanks, Jen, for having me.
Anyone who is watching this video who hasn't seen you on LinkedIn should probably go and take a look at that content and go back as far as possible because it's been really fantastic. What would you say to law firms who are focusing on, we're going to focus on mental health and wellness. We're going to do yoga at lunchtime. We're going to have meditation at 4:00. And I talk to lawyers who say, forget that probably won't solve a really serious problem. But we're so busy, we don't have time to take an hour for yoga at lunchtime. And that's kind of just putting a Band-Aid on the problem.
Well, I think it is, because I think all the statistics and studies show us that, you're trying to say to somebody with depression or anxiety, let's do yoga, let's do deep breathing, all well and good, but it will not address these more serious problems. I lectured at the University of Pennsylvania and wrote an article about prioritizing wellness and well-being in a law firm. It's something I think all law firm leaders should read. And basically what it says is, this really starts at the top. You can't, have an occasional lecture or CLE or give lip service to these kind of things because the associates, the junior partners, the other partners, they know. They're looking for leaders to walk the walk. They're looking for a law firm that supports well-being and wellness and mental health. All these young people, all of them, given the choice between great law firm A and great law firm B, everything else being equal, they will pick the one that promotes and supports good mental health. So people care about this a lot. So I say to law firm leaders, listen, you should integrate this into your recruitment. You're crazy if you don't, because that's the future. It's already upon us. And I said also with retention, because I've known many people at big firms, small firms, who don't feel supported at their law firm and leave. And with it, take the book of business, they took their contacts. So law firms have to understand this is not only a right thing to do, but it's a smart business thing to do because you're losing money. You're not getting that great young associate graduating from a top law school. You're losing employees that leave. The other thing that's true is that if people don't leave or you can't hire them, there's such a phenomenon called presentism, where you're there, right? Your body's there at your desk, but you're not productive. I was in that position because with depression and anxiety, it has major implications and effects on the human brain and affects the ability to concentrate, to sleep, to get things done. So there's real strong economic reasons why law firms need to address that. And, as long as they don't understand that, they'll only keep offering up these softer solutions like yoga, deep breathing, which, believe me, I'm in favor of. But you can't do that at the expense of not addressing all these more serious problems.
I agree with you. I really think this is the way to attract and retain the best talent and to get the best thought and analysis and, the best work from your attorneys. We really need to treat our attorneys like elite athletes. They need to have some time to eat and sleep and exercise and seek treatment for mental or physical health conditions instead of just working and ignoring it.
I think so. I met a young woman who went to Harvard Law School. I met her in New York City last year, worked at a huge global firm in New York City. She and her whole class of summer associates in law school were hired, and about 80% of them, they've been there less than 2 years and all want to leave. She just quit after less than 2 years. So, if that's your business model, in the short term, I guess it's profitable, but in the long term, It isn't. And I think, who are we kidding? I mean, I think senior partners, it's just not associates, or it's a human problem. And if we work too hard and we don't have time, and that catches up to people. It really does. It did for me. So it's a warning. It's a warning. It's a stoplight saying, stop, assess your life here. You can be successful, but you can't be working 24/7. People just aren't wired that way.
You're helping a lot of people. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thanks a lot. I'm really humbled by that, and I'm humbled to be of service to people, and thanks for having me.